These are 5 reasons why Unilag is better than most private universities. Most, not all, just to be clear. 1. Affordability. So here's the deal with Unilag. It's a public university, which basically means it won't break the bank like those fancy private universities in Nigeria. Yeah, they recently hiked their fees that all students have to pay. But don't panic just yet. It's still way cheaper than what the average private university student has to shell out. Okay, let's break it down a bit. Unilag used to charge a yearly fee of 19,000 naira, which wasn't much, right? But now it's 190,000. Hold on, don't start sweating. It could even be less depending on your faculty. Now, if you take a peek at those private universities, they're in a whole different league. Most of them cost over 700,000 naira a year. And some even make you fork out over 1 million naira annually. Yeah, you heard that right. So, Unilag's fee hike, as painful as it feels, is still way more affordable when you put it side by side those private institutions. And that's a pretty good thing because more students can get a shot at higher education without emptying their families' pockets. 2. Academic excellence. Unilag is a regular heavyweight in the Nigerian university scene, and it's been up there for quite a while now. And that's not just by chance. The recent Times Higher Education rating puts Unilag amongst the top 4 universities in Nigeria. This has only added more shine to its already gleaming reputation as a place that churns out top-notch graduates. Now let's talk about Unilag students. They are basically academic champions. Just check out Moyosore Dada, a final year student at Unilag who recently snatched the title of EY Young Tax Professional of the Year 2023, talking about making your alma mater proud. And that's not all. They've also aced competition like the CAAN, essay competition, and the National Mathematics competition, to name a few. But here's the kicker. Unilag degrees are like gold. Not just in Nigeria, but on the global stage. You know it's legit when foreign universities keep teaming up with Unilag faculties year after year. Plus big name companies like Huawei Technologies, Nord Motors, and Sahara Energy are all about that Unilag excellence. They know it's unmatched. And let's not forget, it's not just about Unilag students. Unilag's got an all-star faculty, top-tier research facilities, and a treasure trove of academic resources that all come together to make it the academic powerhouse that it is. 3. A robust alumni network. Guess what? Unilag boasts this massive, super influential alumni network that spreads its wing across all industries and fields. When we say influential, we're talking about the creme de la creme of the creme de la creme. Picture this: Professor Yemi Osibajo, the former Vice President of Nigeria; Akinwumi Ambode, the former Lagos State Governor; Femi Gbajabiamila, the big shot in Nigerian politics; and even the likes of Linda Ikeji, Lai Mohammed, John Momo, Helen Paul, and a whole bunch of other accomplished folks. They are all part of the Unilag Alumni Association. Now, why is this a big deal for you? Well, as a Unilag grad, you get to tap into this powerhouse network for mentorship, job hooks, and professional connection. Seriously, this alumni community can be a game changer in your career journey. 4. Internship and job opportunities. Unilag's location in Lagos, Nigeria's bustling economic hub, is like hitting the internship and job jackpot. I mean, seriously, it's like being in the center of a wild wind of opportunities. Lagos is a place where all the big shots, the major companies and organizations set up camp. So when you're a Unilag student, you're basically in the perfect spot to dive into the real world, gain some hands-on experience, and jumpstart your career. It's like having a golden ticket to the job market right at your doorstep. And guess what? Landing full-time gigs at the very companies where you interned is not even unusual for Unilag students. They often kickstart their careers even before tossing those graduation caps in the air. 5. Research. Unilag is all about pushing the boundaries of knowledge through research and innovation. If you're a student here, you've got a ticket to dive into some seriously cutting-edge research projects across all sorts of fields. This focus on research isn't just for show. Unilag is like a magnet for research grants that elevates the quality of their projects. They've got some top-notch facilities too, like the Dr. D.K. Olukoya Central Research and Reference Laboratory, and the Institute of African Diaspora Studies, just to name a couple. Getting your hands dirty with research like this can supercharge your problem-solving skills and open up doors to academic and professional greatness. It's like a key to unlocking your full potential. So, do you agree with these reasons? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. My name is Patience, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Hi guys, my name is Priscilla, and this is Finding Fault.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Okay, Priscilla, give me 3 controversial topics and your take on them.
Body shaming, cheating, and the whole Japa fever.
Okay, let's go with body shaming. What's your take on body shaming?
It is wrong and unfair.
What is body shaming?
Body shaming basically is when people decide to have comments about your body, height, or basically how you look in general.
Okay.
In a negative way.
What comprises body shaming to you? What would you classify or qualify as body shaming? Give me an example.
Calling somebody fat.
So you're
calling somebody ugly. Or basically making fun of people's dark knuckles and say, oh, you're bleaching. When, for a fact, most of them don't bleach. That's how we were born.
Let's expand on the first word you used.
Fat.
You have a problem with fat.
I have a problem with fat.
Would you call someone short?
Short king.
So you would call someone short. You do realize they are the same category of word.
Well, I'm not saying it to hurt your feelings.
So how
that's
the
the difference between
saying fat is doing it to saying it to hurt your feelings.
Okay.
You know fat is an adjective.
Yes.
What does fat mean?
I wouldn't say big.
Instead of the word fat, which word will you use?
Thick. Call me thick, because I'm thick. I'm not fat.
You do realize that most times when they use thick is for slabs of meat. So you'd rather someone calls another person an adjective that sounds like a slab of meat than calling them what human beings would originally use.
Fat is basically the same thing. Because you go to the market and you're like, I need chicken fat. I need pork fat.
You know,
So, like, part of meat.
the human body has fat in it. Yes or no?
Yes. The human body also has meat in it.
Does the human body have thick in it?
No, but calling someone thick is more polite than saying fat.
Okay. I'm going back to the word short. What would you use instead of the word short?
Petite.
So would you call a guy petite?
Hi there, you're so
king.
petite.
A petite king.
That's why short king is better than petite king.
Would you call a guy fat?
I'll call him big.
Fat and big, what's the difference?
Fat. Okay, here's the thing. Like the whole social construct, fat has already been designed to sound like an insult.
How? It's not the word's fault. It's just in the dictionary. It was innocent in dictionary. Someone decided to describe someone with it.
Exactly. The same way when you say somebody's mad.
What's the meaning of fat?
I have no idea.
What's the meaning of big?
Something that is way above normal size.
So what is fat? Are you sure calling someone fat is body shaming?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Because it's offensive.
Why?
It just is.
But big is not.
Big is offensive to an extent. If there was a scale of measuring when you call someone fat is way above that. I mean, you go into an argument with somebody and you're like, you this fat goat. They get offended instantly.
What's
But you're
the fun
like, hey, you
argument?
this big goat. They laugh because
Why? The offensive word there has to be goats.
no.
So you rather be called. I'm speaking about you. You'd rather be called a big goat than a fat goat.
I've not been called nothing
Okay, I think you have not been able
because
to.
you're throwing blows.
Your point has not been established. You
Okay.
have officially found fault with your ideology. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
You know that when people say that a government is a reflection of a society, Nigeria is what was in their mind. To be very, very, very honest. So you as a Unilag student now, you open your mouth and say, the government is bad, Nigeria is bad, economy is bad. You open and your chest will not be pricking you that hypocrisy. Because what are you people doing in the name of dead space?
My God. It really has to be in the name of dead space for me because Mewa Shele.
10, in case you don't understand it. 10.
Even more than 10 at this point.
You know what? 350K is happening.
I just
400K
think we
though.
should always, they say charity begins at home. I think Mika might want to answer a few questions, guys. I mean, we
No
might
man.
have
You know
a
what?
culprit right
You know what?
here.
No man. We know wisdom. We all
Like-
know wisdom is his personality is opposite of his
Like,
name.
guys,
We all know
Shots
that.
fired.
it's easier for you to shoot the
But
shot at
okay.
the food, but
No,
like,
no,
can't you
no.
answer questions?
Ace. YM. Normal young male. I just
Hey,
dey look his
God.
face. We all remember wisdom.
Wait. But by the way, have you guys not noticed somebody's becoming a baddie and then it's coming with some backup? Like, look
Why is
around.
the body without back?
Like, look around now.
Your own
You
will not
guys should look
spoil.
around.
Why is
a
baddie
baddie
without
bad?
I don't understand. I'm supposed to be a baddie with.
Oh,
But let me speak wisdom. We all remember wisdom, the opposite of his name.
I'm
You remember
not-
it.
My God. Sorry, we're here for something serious. Even
But
though
all
we're
these
laughing,
people used
shots
to
are
get on my
flying
nerves.
everywhere.
You wisdom, this new year.
No, I'm like, I'm
It makes
just
more friends.
sad
Let
that-
him
Okay,
finish this.
yeah.
But
sentence.
let's talk about this. I mean, whatever is going on in
Before
this
you talk about
space.
it, let's introduce people. Can't you say that there are new people on the show?
New cats.
You identify as a cat.
No.
Because it's that
Because,
from out now, there are new
well,
cats.
we-
No, let him personalize new
My
cats.
dear,
Ain't a cat.
we
Don't,
are.
don't drag her into it, please.
Okay.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, remember my own face now. In case you don't remember it, I'm looking a bit different. My hair,
Bad
go.
character.
My cheek have gotten
God.
bigger, and all of that wisdom is here as thin as ever, if not even thinner. That's what I do with it. It's as if we are
Well,
wearing
this
this
is,
one.
I mean, I'm keeping my body
drinking,
fit.
fit.
My
Maybe you
God.
have
Fit fan,
six
fit
ribs.
fan backwards.
I must say that I think the
Like-
producer picked a lot of mad people.
You have 6 ribs, not 6
Like-
backs. Let's just leave it like that. Wisdom, you remember, wisdom that is not very wise, and of course,
I mean, I'm not one of those guys that would have opened his shirt. But I'll just let it go.
You need to show your
Well,
6
no.
ribs.
Humility is on.
Let's leave our ancestors and come to we newbies.
You want to
These
show your
days.
6
All right,
ribs.
so
to the world.
let's allow
So-
the new
cat.
cats.
Sorry,
One new cat,
and
one
the
new man,
beautiful
new
young
man.
lady. Let's have it.
Well, my name is Samuel, PSALMWELL. Yes.
Sorry,
I like
spell
to
it
spell
again.
So hold on.
Come, let us spell it. I
The
didn't
Sam
get
in the Bible, then you have well, but sometimes people say
sound
that.
well. As in
Yeah.
well, that come back.
Samaya
But sometimes the well doesn't really.
used to be
You
well.
know, on safe space.
It is well,
To be fair, on safe space, we like to say safe space or not. So we cannot do opposites over here.
is well,
Look
no.
at wisdom and his name. What an
No,
opposite.
oh,
We
calm
have
down.
him that is well, not
Calm
entirely
down.
well.
Well,
And of course, please let the lady speak. Let
Her.
Second pretty girl on this show. I
Wow.
have to have her because I'm pretty like that.
Hey,
And that's
Look
a that's
right.
a That's a guys. My name is Nini. Nina. It's not Nini. It's not Nini. Well, it is Nini. It's very simple. When you call
Like-
this fine
I
English,
can relate with you. Why you bum out? Why you groaning? Why you
I don't understand. Why you vibrating
You
with
don't
the
know
name?
what
It's
he-
just like me. Nene.
I think sometimes some people talk
Alright.
based on especially experience of what they do in Zahoza room, but
Hold on. Do you have issues with self-confidence? Because
I don't.
because
I think everything
I
speaking
don't
about
It's not
understand why
saying
you have
something.
to acknowledge Mika as like finally.
No,
It's just women supporting women. Everybody cannot be a hater like you. I don't
Wisdom is
understand.
literally picking on two bodies that are about to eat him. So
My
I'm going
dear,
to sit this one out.
I'm gonna show you why you use the
I think it's the one with self-confidence because why when you had the
But no,
opportunity,
now, but
why
you
would have
guys, yeah,
spoken
but
about
you have to
Can
introduce
they-
herself.
can
I mean,
they
how do you
be-
walk into a room and introduce yourself that way?
Can there be self-confidence in this airline?
No, it's not about the
It's
like,
Please,
It's
please,
you know, Mika,
this
the way
shot,
it is
this shot.
receding,
I've heard
self-confidence
so
is
much.
receding.
I've heard so much about
Peace
women
out.
line that I've actually accepted what it is at the moment. But
So why you drag
why
other people
walk
into
into a room
your
and introduce yourself that way? I find it
I
very
speaking
difficult.
Yoshi. Alright, let's talk about the serious talk.
All right,
Unilag
let's go.
student. Only look for gbogbo yín o.
they don't have the
There's
heart of God.
plenty in you people. You do not have, you do not have the heart of God.
Well, make
Because
conscience.
tell me why you ballot for best place. You got it. You are lucky.
43K.
You pay for 30K. Okay, let's add everything. You buy
Oh, transport,
to
passport,
You say
everything.
you buy
45, let's say
Macintosh.
45.
45 ni but let's say 50K.
Papa.
Irú ẹ̀ rí o. Ẹ wá rà tán. Sorry, it's when I'm feeling pain in my chest.
Like,
Yoruba will come out. Yoruba
Oh,
will
interpret for
come
you, I
out.
got you.
Yes. Ẹ wá rà
You
tán.
now buy Phoenix.
You now say that. Okay o. 50K tí mo rà yẹn kò tó mi o.
50K that you buy it is not enough
wanna
for
jam
you.
it.
No.
You want
had-
to jolly.
You had extra 50K. You say kò tó mi náà.
do
You had another
50K
50K.
again.
You say it's not
enough.
okay.
You wild.
You had another 50K. Say this is 6. This is 5. Sorry, this is 6. 350, 300K.
That is if they're considerate.
Wait, that was like weeks back because currently I heard some bed space like in some hostels they're selling for as high as 400K.
But-
like sorry, money to buy like a few plots of land
In your
at
village.
least down payment in Boyakwe, Ogun State. I don't know if Ikorodu
Ijebu?
are very expensive now, but
No.
no. Sorry.
Hello,
To
please.
the
Hold on,
Ikorodu people.
You
I
eat
don't-
wisdom soft spot.
Now,
Oh
I
my
just want
God.
to put it out here that if you live in Ikorodu, I sympathize with you. I do not stay
He lives in
Ikorodu.
Yanokpaja. What's the difference?
But now,
Why
look
is it
at-
different?
Hold on. Look at that. Like,
Look at
Ikorodu
what?
people.
He
You
didn't,
people- you
funny
can't
enough, he
keep
didn't say
taking
anything
this.
bad. He just said
I
the
just
house
said-
not cost in Ikorodu.
But that aside,
Because of how they classify you
please, why are we doing this to ourselves? I thought we agreed that, you know.
To be honest, me, I don't know anybody that's selling best space to. And I don't know who they have sold best space to, but I have heard it. I've heard rumors.
Actually,
that
I
are
heard people
paying 200K.
complaining. Like I was in a bus the other day, and I heard apparently they were Unilag students, and so they were complaining about bed space, and they were, just complaining about the price, and I'm like, for real?
At some point, you're going to think that.
I'm in the same school with two people.
I'm like, is it the room?
Like-
Like, be just one bed, like.
Do you know, at a point, the
There's
person
a
said
crazier,
it. I
there's a
wa-
crazier one. Oh, they say that they will collect squatter. When they will collect money from the squatter, they will not sell the space with the squatter.
my dear, and the
why would
squatter
they
will be the owner of the best place.
So you are wait.
You're squatting
Too
with
much
this squatter.
Some
above.
people on his level
Above.
like that, they have legit squatter. So you are selling a whole human being.
Okay,
So you are buying
I
space
think we're
with-
going to actually get to
with
that.
help.
We are going to get to that conversation of squatting because I mean all these people from Ibadan, like how do you wake up and you make rules? For
I mean, there are
squatting?
people from Abuja.
Hold on, and then
Port
you.
Harcourt, oh.
So hold on,
Okay.
have you seen that one that they say you must be a virgin? And they are going to collect money
I'm
from
sorry,
you.
prerequisites for hostel space.
I don't understand. She's
Like
admission.
for
eh?
squatting, the person
must
said that
be a
before
virgin.
you must be a virgin.
Why you want to disvirgin?
I don't understand.
Some kind.
Honestly though, let's talk serious
Ah.
talk, right? I feel like it's just when I started this episode, I said that our government is a reflection of our society. So that person
It's
that selling
unfair.
350K now, when he reach presidency, what do you think he'll go and do?
It's
Or
on.
he
It's
or
actually.
she.
It's actually
See, me,
unfair.
I'm just
my
going
Kablan
to say
check
with-
me.
from my open chest. God, you have a lot to judge because
But
Mewa
you know, these are the reasons school authorities are. I had a conversation with DSA during the protest when, of course,
You have it. Oh, money new connection.
hold on.
your leg is long,
Calm
sha.
down, calm down. So, but DSA was complaining that he's aware that as Betface was selling as 25,000 naira, that people were selling up to about 100,000 naira. Of course, I had to pretend like I wasn't aware of that information, and which of course.
Now you have confessed. Now DSL
DSL
So I was
what
like, sister, so you mean this now? Because I came in as an independent correspondent. I was like, so this thing happens. Like, yes, we are aware of this thing. But now we accuse school, and of course, people came out to protest, which of course is quite understandable about the hike in fee and all of that. And then the school decided to have conversation, and all of that happened.
And nothing really happened.
So if hold on.
30K. No,
So
and 5K.
see, let me tell you, it simply means that if students had the power, if they were helping other people pay school fees,
Sure, you see that one particular aspect that is even off me is that okay, you want to sell best because okay, let's say you want to recover the money that you used to pay for the best, and you now say that okay, let me recover the money. You cannot now say okay, let me add 50K, double the amount, 100K,
or everything 100,000. Last.
Let's just say
In fact, let's say you even want to carry gun, 150.
But this one is Shakabula. This one that
They don't have armor trunk.
It's like it's bazooka because I'm like.
So
I'm
wait,
like,
no, it's like you guys do not actually understand the space we are talking about. Let me define that space for you. It means that in a room of that's supposed to have like up to 8 people.
You buy one bed.
So now you're going to have a bunk like
a
this.
bunk mate.
Yeah. So that top, like, there's no mattress, so that's what they are selling 400,000.
Hey,
With
and
locker,
like the
with
way you are
locker.
defining it is making you look.
My own is even that. Sure, that 400K that you go and drop for Miami best. If you go and buy all those private hotels outside, the same price.
With even a little bit luxury
Well,
They will give you AC. They will give you
Hold on.
washing. They will give you microwave. People have microwave in their room.
I'm gonna give you
Now-
washing
They will
machine.
give you.
Yeah.
You not say okay.
And you have
want-
cleaners
you want
that
to
come and
stay-
clean inside the room. Oh.
You want to stay in school? Stay.
Okay, so
yeah,
now,
go alone.
parents are
Let's not even talk
Parents are
about
also
bed
part
bug
of this.
issues. Oh.
Hold on, so parents are also part of this because I had conversation with someone and the person was like, my dad said.
You didn't
that-
hear anything from
My
him,
dad
though.
said like, security wise that he prefers inside school. because
Actually,
of
a lot
school
of
and-
parents have that mentality.
So now parents are like, oh, instead of getting outside, I don't want you going home at late night. And then, so school wise,
So basically,
security
security you are paying for
tight
is 400K.
and this thing.
Let's say 350
Oh, my security-
How what was that security collecting as
At this point, if security will
I
not
think you guys
carry,
need to be
they not
paying all
carry
those
placard and they need to increase
alphabet.
security.
because they are doing more than their job.
I think you guys need to pay alpha base or increase their salary because it's helping you guys. Because why do I want to pay? And do you know now, that's not even the part. People pay and then they sleep on bunk. Now, is the other part of paying up to about 190 and then you're
To
sleeping
sleep
on the floor with 10 other people?
You're even talking about
It is
that.
like,
You
let's
know
forget
that
the hostel facilities.
Is it worth
Is it worth you paying 350K?
the
You're using a
toilets-
toilet that over how many people are using? You're using a bathroom that some of them they go
kitchen? You have to
bathroom
stipulate that time for cooking.
Wait, but do you know that when you're in your homes, right?
Yeah.
In your bathroom, you drop your soap, you drop something,
pick it.
you can pick it, you can rinse it. But
Pick it
these
up.
hostels, I literally like
Essential, yeah.
last semester, I
because
just
there's
finished
the one-
brushing. Like I finished brushing, and I think I was just not paying attention, and I think someone called my name, and the brush was dropping. Like it's something I could have just rushed to
But
get
you were
the
like,
brush.
it's not
But I
worth
was like,
It's
"Damn,
gone."
if I try to catch this brush, me and I fall in this place. Even IPO is not. See, my sins are neater than this toilet, but it's not from my mouth to wear that Beyonce.
We don't already hear
Within-
it.
within-
We don't already.
But-
But by the
okay.
way, I think that Beyonce could be Urugu. No, I'm sorry. I'm serious.
But
though. She could be
another
Urugu.
thing is, I think the craze with the price and everything is that a lot of us, because I think it's even worse with female hostels.
Definitely way worse.
And I think it's
Now,
the
female hostel, they
pressure.
sell squatter with space now.
I think
Can
it's
you
even the
imagine?
pressure to get
It's the same also they are
new.
looking for virgin. Female
Omo.
hostels.
I'm looking for
This wisdom,
again.
this
A fellow
wisdom
lady looking for a
guy.
Why
fellow
do you even
virgin.
hear this thing?
A lady
Why
for
you
a lady
getting all
virgin.
the-
Like I don't understand.
Why do you know that?
Daughter of Eve.
Is the link
What
between
concern you
You
with
have
those
to
people
answer.
and another
When
daughter?
I'm less busy, I
Why
do have
do
a
you know
bit of
that?
investigative journalism.
Oh,
Oh yeah, now, so
Pola.
if DSA is looking for the culprit, is you that will come and
Obviously, because you are a link.
No, I'm not a link.
Right now, I just want to
in
tell you one
journalism,
thing.
there's
This is
something
how
known
I see
as-
the
I want to
same.
tell you something.
Hold on, in journalism, I can
Snitches
protect myself.
End up in ditches.
No, I can protect myself.
Just telling
Protect
you.
her. I don't
Just-
understand.
Protect yourself too,
I can
but
protect myself.
not on the side.
On a serious note, I feel like it's just playing wickedness because after you do something, and then let's not, to be very honest, sometimes it's not even the people that want to sell the space. It's the
It's the
agents.
agents.
I was about to say
Imagine
that.
like their agents. And you know what I
Agents will
found
use your
out?
money.
Update
And
online.
get apartment outside.
Hot deals. Dropping now.
Non-negotiable.
Hey,
See,
they don't find
In the
terminology.
middle of the night.
Sorry,
By
but
direct buyers.
they're literally two things.
Direct is never direct.
Two things about
Never ever.
There are like two things about the situation, and it's one. I feel like the hike in price, the unreasonable action and everything is due to the craze to want to belong and the unnecessary pressure to want to use the latest iPhones. So a lot of these people selling this bed space, you realize that they have probably an iPhone 13 and XR.
They want to
whatever
switch
it
it
is.
to 15.
So they want to upgrade to 15 and 15
So
Pro
my
Max
eyes are-
because you want to tension your neighbor that you probably don't even know if they have. Like, you see some of these rich kids here. Like, I have a lot of rich kid friends.
He's a very rich kid.
Have you-
No, I'm not.
No,
I'm not.
Show me your
no,
friend.
no,
I'll tell you who
We
you
know,
are.
we know
I'm
who's buying us
but
dinner
no,
today.
no.
We do.
I'm not the one, but okay, let's leave that.
Samuel.
But
He
but
spelled
the
it
thing is,
differently.
I have a lot of rich kid friends that I know because of my department and a lot of things. And you see these people, they're so reserved. They're not spending that
Which
much. When you,
department?
I'm
Make
a
I
creative
know.
arts, by the way.
So that
So,
we'll know.
but then you,
creative
Alpha.
Hi, I have
please, this period,
Sorry.
I have
please,
history
public
with
service
creative
announcement.
arts.
This period, do not go to creative arts. We are
Around
seeing, we are seeing a lot
Me, I
of
can't
things
even go
called
there. I have issues with
our
them.
practicals and a lot
It's
of
creative
things.
arts.
Is your
People
ex
that want to
from
beat me
creative
now.
art? Your ex?
No, it's not
Okay.
creative arts people that want to beat me that day that I say that
Oh.
they are lousy. I mean, they are.
Because of
They are-
Mr. and Miss Unilag.
They are actually.
Okay, so
They say
we're
they
going
carry
to.
my matter to the
Don't-
class group.
don't
Me, I'm
worry.
still looking to come and meet you face to face. So I cannot fight physically. Sha.
But
come and
that one,
say
we'll
it
talk
off
about
the
that
chest.
later. But back to like what I was saying, it's this craze to use the iPhone 15 and a lot of unnecessary
I don't think it's
tension.
necessarily iPhone 15. I feel
Because-
like most people, most of these agents, they know it's better to
They are
stay
thieves.
outside. So they're trying to make up the money to pay because outside is also like I feel like there's a direct situation with the school fees increasing outside.
But do you know one thing?
And school hostel prices as well.
But do you know one thing I discovered about these agents is that some of these agents have bed spaces.
yes, they do.
And some of them have their cots, they have squatting space and everything. But I think it's a lot of them just want to, some of them even have apartments outside
Like
and all
where?
of that. And it's not maybe they're struggling for the rent or anything, but it's
a business.
You tell someone that, oh, do you have bed space? You say yes. How much do you think you want to put it up for? 150.
Add their own money.
And then I tell you that, okay, so maybe I'll collect the money from the person. I'll tell the person 200.
Yeah.
So whenever the person tries to bring up the issue of price, don't have a discussion with that person. Then I come up and I'm like, hey, it's 350.
Me, I'm even
Then I
the
give
worst
you your
person to be in that
150.
deal.
Then
And
I
I
take
have like 200
Not you have the
personal
space. So
gain. And I'm not the owner
Me
of
that
the
have the
space.
space.
No wonder you say
And-
direct buy. I'm not the direct.
And then you see some people are like, I want to sell my space, but because you don't know me one-on-one.
Yeah.
So a lot of them are even hunting for the freshers right now. And you're hearing like, okay, this bed space is coming with a squatter. Whereas, now maybe the squatter.
Let me get the space.
Do you understand?
Wait, we'll call the
Now,
squad.
the second
I will
thing
go
is,
collect money to the school.
the second thing is, I don't have issue with the squatting of a thing because currently we
You should
understand
have
that.
issues because the school have issues with it.
No, I feel
But
like
no,
I feel
I
like
think if the
issues
school
that
does
school
not
has
have-
with it it's not entirely. I
Because
don't
you're
say
squatting.
reasonable, but I want to say that it's not logical to have problems because, like, let's look at it now. They locked 3 hostels,
Exactly.
and they
So
have
we
a
need
pop,
to
and
be
they have
fair.
new people coming in. Like they have like
Batch
two
A,
batches
batch B for
coming in.
freshers.
So how exactly do you want people? Where do you want people to
Well,
stay?
And there is
The
a
thing is that-
second building that a lot of people were hoping for. The
Don't hope
other
for
El
anything,
Canemi.
don't hope for anything.
And then they're like, it's for international
Like this has spoken.
students.
They don't hope for
International-
I don't
anything.
hope for anything.
Wisdom has
The-
spoken.
the dean
Can
of
you hear?
student
Don't hope for
affairs has
anything,
said
oh.
that, well, I heard it. I didn't hear from him directly, but there was just something
They
like
say they say.
wisdom.
I know
that you did not sign MOU with the University of Lagos that when you're going to get into school that every year you get access to accommodation.
That's true.
Of course, that's why it's subjected to balloting and those who have strings to pull to get that.
To be honest, I feel like the fairest way they can do this is
It's
how they
allowed
used to do
squatting,
it
sir.
in the past. As when they pay school fees, when you they get your space, because there's some people that pay.
Do you know the portal will
that could not
crash?
get? No. It's
As
not,
you are
there's no
paying your
balance. As
fees,
you are paying
you
your
are
fees,
coming
you are
out-
allotted. Let's put everything together. You are allotted a bed space. Period. They cannot be telling you, okay, this is the hostel because there's so many people that paid
logical.
school fees early, did not even get space. Now they're still trying to hustle money to get apartment outside of.
But
think-
other universities do freshers and final years. Then the
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
like,
supposed to
would
be.
not
Now
they did
ballot.
kind of
No,
prioritize
in fact, they
because
should even
finance
carry the
students
executives
balloted
of
first.
different student bodies. but-
Limau.
I just
Lol.
I think that what we should do at this stage is let everybody just be considerate because we know what the current economic situation is. So you can allow squatting, but let's put like a number or something to.
It's putting pressure.
Or regulations
Because
about
it's-
it.
Forget people that even live far
understand.
away. Forget people that live far. People that live in Lagos. Do you
It's
know how
not
much
even
transport fare
easy.
is right now?
Yesterday, I went to the island. I had like 5,000 naira cash. Going
See your rich friends,
alone.
Abi?
Rich kid,
No. I went for an
This guy is
audition.
there,
I actually went for an audition. I'm not, but I
You know, he
went
said
for an
something about keeping
audition.
reserved. I think he's
I'm not so. I'm
coming
actually
down
like a
and-
mad person on this side, but let's leave that.
Ah.
So now there is this thing about I had 5k and then I went for an audition. Going alone was like 2,500, close to 3,000, and then I still had to come back to school for a class. So I was already spending close to 4k, and then I have 5,000, and then I'm supposed to go home, and I'm going like trenches. That's why I say I'm not a rich kid. I'm going to Ejigbo.
Rich kid, they
And they go Ejigbo.
Ejigbo.
Yes.
As
my
you don't
lord.
hear, we don't know where you live like this now. If anything up, if you dey find am go anywhere, go Ejigbo. But anyway,
Yeah,
Ejigbo
don't
big
mind that
o.
place.
At the end of
Yeah.
the bottom line, what we're trying to say is
But people should have hearts.
human consideration.
Exactly.
Like, it's just-
Don't try to
Alone,
rape your
because
fellow
it's
students.
prostitutes that remain for people to do to afford this thing.
My
And then I
dear,
feel like there is something
at
in
this
school.
rate, where some of
Well,
us
because someone
need
did say
home
on
training.
Twitter that
Please don't leave up
with the
training.
increase in fees and increase in all these hostel of this, that we're going to have a lot
Exactly.
of runs girls. I mean, people
Miami
get
Beach.
Even Rams boys though at this point
I
because
apologize. I just say that.
But he has swallowed that one. Don't be angry.
I'm sorry.
Them
But at the
boys are-
end of the day, what we're
they'll
trying to
pick
say is,
people.
I feel like the school can do better.
provide
They-
more space.
Yeah, provide. Okay.
Since you're
let's say
increasing
they
the
don't have
fees.
space,
Okay,
they don't
no,
have
so
space, but
I-
they should allow squatting at least.
No,
With
now,
regulations
now
to
the
it,
DSA has
that's the best
explained that
period.
having squatters put a lot of pressure on the facilities, which has already not been worked on for a couple of
And
years.
then I also have a problem.
So I think this is what I think they should do. I mean, people are already paying as high as 300k to get space illegally in that sense. So why don't we have public and private sector kind of engagement where people, real estate developers, come into school if we have those spaces and then they build, and people can even pay as high as 200 naira.
No, we do have that now. Don't be waiting academic.
No,
Not
so-
be waiting
so then they-
so let's have more.
But
Those are very
I think the thing is
ridiculous.
Let's have
It's
more.
not just
500
even,
at-
the thing is not even just
But
having-
no. Yeah, I think we also need
See,
to talk
those
about
ones
school.
are-
Why is
gosh.
your partnership making someone pay as high as 400 for a bed space?
500k, 600k
For a
I
bed space
think
again.
just make the
I don't
accommodation.
understand that part.
We're already going through a lot of things, having to spend 4 years studying with the rigorous activities of the curriculum and
campus.
everything, having to cope with the fees, having to cope with feeding.
But if you drop out too,
No, it's not. It's not even about. No, it's not. It's not even on that thing. See, it's a viable option, but the truth is, everybody has something they're chasing. And see, let's leave the whole school NAS campaign. School might work for you, school might not work for you. But in a situation where even the thing you're doing doesn't work, you can fall back on your education. So please do school. But the thing is, the school, the private, public sector, whatever it is that you're coming to partner with the University of Lagos to give us more bed spaces and everything, please make it affordable.
And
If
then-
the spaces are
Anything
affordability
private,
is
let
where
us
at-
cancel
if they
affordability.
are at, if
But
the
affordability
prices,
there will be very relative.
yes now.
if the prices
Affordability
are
will be
Look at you now, risky.
50,000, please stop.
You want
I'm
to take
not
your own
rich kid.
affordability to my own.
I'm not.
Don't be like that.
If the prices are at 50,000, 100,000,
For what?
it makes sense. If we're
like
getting
convenient.
things, if
all
like
that.
the place is very comfortable, convenient,
Yeah.
and a lot of things.
But then let's even talk about the hostels they renovated. Me, I just feel like the choice
they
of
done
hostels
They renovated.
Oh, they closed down
For renovation.
Right.
Okay.
Let's let's not kid ourselves. Honors is a small hostel. Why was it not renovated first? And then the facilities.
Or
they
the
are
long
doing-
period of time we
Wait,
spent at
Honors was
home.
We
closed.
spent 5 months.
You would have
Honors
done
was
that. Yeah. So
No, Honors wasn't closed.
Honors
I'm saying
wasn't closed.
they picked Kofo. They picked which of the other female hostels was picked for to close down for? Is MTH open?
No.
I think it's
No.
Kofo and MTH,
MTH and
that
Kofo.
was closed down.
Yeah.
Those
Then we have
hostels
Maria.
And then we have Maria.
and those hostels take way more than Honors, and even Honor facilities needs more help right now than all of those hostels.
So, but
because-
basically,
So I
everybody
think
has a
that
part in this thing.
everybody, the government,
school.
the school, the
students,
and
And
the
I feel like
agents.
if they're
You
even
know,
allowing
get
squatters,
some of these agents are not even students. Another thing.
another thing about the squatting thing is even if they're going to allow it and we want to make it officials.
It's not
quarters,
official.
pay,
Don't think this thing is going to happen
No.
anytime soon.
I'm not even looking at that. I'm
Like for the
just, it's
meantime,
like
let
a
them
family
suggestion.
members should be able to come and
A
stay with you.
suggestion, but I
What
think
about siblings?
I think the
Siblings
thing
should be
is,
able to do that. They should be able to open it up to siblings
yeah,
at least.
but I think the other thing there too is like I said, the squatting. If you're letting them pay and it's official, the school is aware, and you're accepting this thing, let's make it work for students.
Yeah.
And then you have to provide a system that still checkmates for the cleanliness and everything. We know we have
No,
we
they
have
do.
the cleaners
They
and
do.
everything. But sometimes, have you seen what these cleaners are working with? Broken mops. There was this.
Again, hold on. Let me come in.
It's like
I mean,
wisdom is the government official
so now,
on this.
on
It's
this
like
I'm not
matter.
speaking-
it's
I'm not
their
speaking- I'm not speaking to save the
representative.
school.
Speak.
But now,
Mind
the
of the
University of
DSA.
Lagos has actually outsourced the cleaning of these hostels to some organization.
Alright.
So there are issues where the supervisors do not pay those staffs that are cleaning appropriately
yeah, that's
and not
another
providing
thing.
them the right thing to. But the University of Lagos has actually outsourced it because it's
See,
not a service that is offered
all
by the
this long
university.
talk, go forward and go backward. At the end of the day, is
Just be safe out there,
school
guys.
can do something. So please, school, we are appealing
We are
to you
begging.
on behalf of the
Students
students.
And
Of
too.
the
please, those of you like me that are still coming from home, please be safe.
be safe and start. Maybe you should start working extra work because
Oh.
here is nothing to write home about. But to close the curtain on the show on this episode,
Stop selling space for 350,000.
Have fun,
I'll share Junior 100,000 to our
and
okay.
you know what they say?
Esanua.
Asheju ni baba Asheta.
It's even illegal to sell space.
Don't
Are you
even sell
aware?
space at all, please.
I
But let them. But you
At least I heard there
that.
was someone that was caught and
Be
taken
careful
for
of
policy,
wisdom when you meet him.
okay.
Don't go mistakenly go
No,
and
I'm just saying. You guys know it's
If you
illegal
say
to
anyhow,
sell space.
reject your office. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is we're going to close the show because it's putting us in our heart too. But at least we can't say it.
I didn't get a
finished
space.
today. It's okay now.
no, there is
No, it's not okay.
that bastard.
You see
I'm
this
just
one?
going to cry.
I didn't get a space as well, right?
I'm going to cry
Aggressive kid.
backstage. but
Remember,
with my
this is
shades
Wisdom.
on.
I'm MIK Mika, and we have the new cat on the beauty.
Yeah, Samuel.
And a new pretty girl and I Nini.
Period. And this is what I'm gonna say.
That's
Peace
all,
out.
period. Bye.
Bye.
What women want.
I think I'm speaking for every guy out there.
Give me your views. You don't want me, let me know.
This is my ideal lady. They're asking for an unfair deal because they don't want to be traditional women.
Key. Get your
Where
guy.
should I go and date a guy?
My mother-in-law has been living with us for the past 2 years. Although I told her to come and stay with us and help with taking care of our children, since I've been an orphan since I was 12. The reason is because my wife said she wants to practice her profession, pharmacy, but the maid was ill-treating them, so I offered to give her mom 10k monthly stipend. She has been living with us. Since she has been living with us, I can't communicate properly with my wife. We have no privacy since she tells her everything we talk about. We live in a room and parlor. My wife and her mother sleep on our matrimonial bed while I sleep on the couch in the parlor. I have spoken with my wife to tell her mother to leave, but she said her mother can't go because she suffered to sponsor her in medical school. I decided to tell her mom that it's high time she leaves, since we don't have enough space in our house and the children are also grown up now. The mother started cursing me and my generation, and my wife backed her up. She said she was going nowhere. Since I married her daughter, I married her as well. And I said, I married your daughter, not you. Abi, do you want me to be sleeping with you and your daughter? She was hurt by that statement, and honestly, I have given her from now till Sunday to leave my house. And if she doesn't, I'll throw her out. My family is aware of this already. Please, am I doing the right thing? So guys, what do you think?
These are signs we see, but always be that first time to not allow us to think. That's what I think, because I'm very sure that when you start meeting a woman, you'll be seeing signs like this, but you might have ignored because of
What signs?
first
Yeah,
signs.
what-
Because look at it. Why would your mother be mad for 2 years?
But the man is
I
the
can,
one
I
that told
can, I
her
can
to
agree
come.
like 2 months, 1 month. But when she's giving birth to a child and she mother comes back, but marriage, fresh marriage, what did you do mad for 2 years? 2 years, And looking at the fact that it's just a 1-room and parlor, like it's.
But here's the thing: the wife said she wants to go back to work.
School, yeah.
Work. She wants to go back to work, right? The man obviously is working for the fact that they are saying, "Oh, who will stay with the kids?" The maid was ill-treating the kids. So they believe that, okay, oh, at least my mother-in-law would take care of her own grandkids. That is why she was probably
But the house is tight, room and parlor.
But he suggested...
And why would the man be sleeping on the couch? Why?
He suggested
That's not the case here. Now, the case is, he suggested it. I want my mom-in-law to come. Now, he said he was an orphan. He obviously didn't have a mom. If he did, his mom would be the one in the picture. Now, he didn't know. I think for me, personally, the woman, the mother-in-law herself takes the blame for me. Because,
now
this house is... But
let's chill. The wife, initially, it was fine. But now it's been 2 years, like you said. And the kids are supposedly grown up, from what it says. So that means they can probably take care of themselves, right?
No.
And they told the mama,
they can't take care of themselves.
I'm not sure they can take care of
The
themselves.
point he was trying to make is that his mother-in-law was supposed to stay for a very short time, a temporary time. Do you understand? And if they are getting another nanny or house help, it's not be a living nanny. It will be till the wives get back from work. Plus, pharmacists, they're like, you do this thing like shift, So, as a pharmacist, you can go like, you do morning shift and evening shift, you understand? So, I feel like it's not every single time that she's working morning to afternoon shift. Do you understand? So, I feel like if they're going to get a nanny, it's going to be like a temporary, like, not a living nanny.
They could even get a full-time nanny. But another question is, don't forget, they're not very rich. So they have to like pay a nanny.
Yeah. I mean, for them to be staying in a room and parlor,
they're not really
that's
like
what I'm saying. If he's giving his mother-in-law 10,000 naira per month for someone to take your child to school and come back, or put the child in crèche or something, when the child comes back, someone to cook for them and stay them
to start with,
somebody
mother-in-law should not even be
living.
Exactly.
That's what I wanted.
After the marriage, you are gone.
But let's calm down. Let's calm down first.
Mother-in-laws help too, because I understand that children you like shape their head.
But like,
things, I understand.
but in the context, the kids are not newborns. For the fact that they had a maid before, that shows that okay, they are probably just too young to stay on their own, but they are not so young that they can't stay on their own. And she has been there for 2 years. Obviously, the kids will grow, and he said now the kids are grown up. That's to say, okay, maybe they can't stay on their own, and maybe when the parent comes back in the evening, they stay with them. I believe the mother-in-law should not even be in the house. Personally, she has stayed 2 years. 2 years is long enough.
10,000 stipend.
So
it's long enough.
I think for me, I do not have any issues with the mother-in-law being in the house, but you should not be in the house and now like have this sense of.
My argument is she even sleeps on their
bed.
Exactly, that's where I'm coming to. Like you shouldn't be in the house and have this sense of
in the bathroom.
The real question is, where are the children sleeping?
With their bed.
No,
in the room.
The children are obviously sleeping on the
bed.
bed.
Anywhere, probably nobody
So
cares.
the man sleeps on the couch.
Yeah.
These are things men go through, but we can't complain.
Oh,
because we are men.
This one had to come out.
This is a thing men
Anyways,
go through, but we cannot complain.
It's
a man thing. Why would the woman stay in the house 2 years? That's why.
You see, let's look at it from both perspectives, right? Let's look at it from the man's side. Obviously, the man is pained. He can't have intercourse with his wife, I guess.
No, he could now.
Because he said they don't have privacy.
They have to hide.
Now, secondly, the wife tells the mother everything. The wife tells his mom everything. Her mom rather everything. Like there's no privacy, so he can't even express himself in a house he probably pays rent for.
How did they get married?
Chill now,
That's
calm down.
How did they get
married? Now the man is also saying he's telling his wife, look, I don't like what your mom is doing, and she's like, that's your business, go f yourself. Exactly. And then the mother too is also adding pepper into his wound, and like, you see, you married my daughter, you have to marry me. Like exactly. That's from the man's perspective. So let's see.
Don't marry mommy's girl. That's one advice.
Please, mommy's girl. It's not a mommy's girl thing.
It feels like
he was correct. She's a big mommy's girl, because you married the man, you did not marry your mommy. If you people cannot decide your future, your children, like bro, I'm pretty sure they were drinking groceries.
Why would you be staying in the house? No, it's a mommy's girl's thing.
See, let me tell
Why would you be taking advice from your mother?
Let me tell you something, yeah. Why would you tell your mom everything that is going on in your marriage? You don't have courtesy of discretion. you don't have privacy, you treat your woman everything. Mothers are most. Pastor, I'm not making a child thing here, but like Yoruba mothers are very entitled. Honestly,
Nigerian, just saying.
Okay, Nigerian mothers are very entitled. Do you understand? Because the wife is claiming that maybe she was a single parent.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to.
She suffered to like take care of her
through school and everything.
Maybe she's an only
But
child.
I came to
and
marry.
A single. No, wait.
You must have seen and trusted me.
Calm down.
There's no excuse.
I feel like we've seen it from the man's perspective. So now let's look at it from the woman's perspective. Let's look at it from the woman's perspective.
So like, okay, my mother, I'm an only child from a single parent.
Okay.
So most of the time, it's always two of them. They are very close.
It's marriage.
It shouldn't come into your marriage.
It's marriage.
Let me explain.
Okay.
Like,
but see from our perspective, it's just two of them. It has always been two of them. Do you understand? And then the mother might be going through detachment issues.
They're not like newlywed couples, so it's like, what is she detaching herself from exactly? The mama is just the problem. She has issues. I wouldn't say it's detachment issues. She just feels too comfortable. They made her too comfortable. Whatever.
Bullshit.
Nah. If we're looking for the woman,
that is why they have.
Chill. What I'm trying to say is now, you as a woman.
Okay. Wait. For the entitlement part, she feels like, oh, I motor a dagba now.
This is my
husband's. She cannot say this because she's on her mother's side.
She feels so entitled because first off, your daughter's house is not your house, and then the mother-in-law even made this statement. She was like, if you get married to my daughter, you're married to me. Bro, that's wrong. Like, nah.
My point now is, I'm even trying to look at the woman, like, without the mother-in-law or whatever. Look at it from a woman's perspective. You know, there's this stereotype, this thought, this belief that when a woman gives birth, then every other thing she has is on hold. Her career is on hold.
For some time,
her personal choice is on hold. She can't wear what she wants because now she's a mother. She has to look responsible. Blah, blah, blah. So I feel like if you should look at it from where the lady is coming from, the fact that she wants to feel free. She wants that freedom that came with, I'm a career woman. I make my own money. I'm not relying on my husband for everything. Like if you look at it from that perspective,
I think
understand
there's a problem with the planning.
Yeah, the communication.
If you want to get married to somebody, you should marry whom you have capacity for.
Well, Israel was not wrong. I mean, you should marry somebody that you can handle. Except there has been like, an agreement beforehand, like, oh yes, babe, I know you're richer than me, but I don't mind. That's fine. Just be ready for the consequences.
I mean, that's what I feel.
If you say it that way, then exactly. If you say it that way, then no marriage.
Imagine
no marriage is If you say that way, then no marriage will have problems. But
I feel like
marriage
you
has
get
problems.
the proper marriage counseling before they go married.
Please, how many people get counseling?
At the end of the day, I feel like so. This is it, guys.
Men will show you a different side.
Guys, like I said earlier, it could have as well been the husband's mom, but this is it. This woman came in. It could as well be a nanny too. She came into the house with the intention of, the Amugo thing. How is it pronounced?
No, Amugo is early stage. That's not early stage.
It is just basic entitlement.
She came
and why was she cussing him out? You're in a man's house.
Plus, the nanny was not even a living nanny. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The nanny was not a living nanny.
They didn't specify. And regardless, living nanny, no living nanny, whatever. I just feel like the mother-in-law has crossed her boundaries because the mother-in-law was obviously married before her daughter got married. So is she trying to say that she condoned her husband's mother?
Another thing again, why not an issue with the woman?
Why are we not?
The lady is comfortable with the husband sleeping on the couch. That's the man of the house. So if you're comfortable having your mother sleep on my bed,
I feel like
bed, it means that something's wrong with the woman.
Before she came, before my mom comes, before anything happens in my matrimonial home, myself and my husband would exactly.
They didn't do proper planning.
That is it.
They didn't think of.
They didn't talk about it, and even if they did, the man agreed. Okay, I would sleep in the
I feel like
yes.
The man would have thought maybe like 2 months, 3 months.
The man suggested it. From what we read, he said he suggested that
Because he didn't know she was going to stay for.
But it wasn't
long
planning
while.
for her to
He
stay
knew
for
it
a
was
long
going to
while.
And now she stayed this long, and he's complaining,
I
and
think
she's
it
still
still comes
like.
down to the fact that they didn't draw boundaries.
And I'm sure that he has
Because
been
that's another
complaining
aspect.
since before that 2 years.
Drawing
Even
boundaries
if, as a woman, even if they
has
give you such
to matter.
opportunity, you should use your common sense to know
Common
that
sense,
it's 2 years, I
exactly.
need to leave the
When
house.
that
There's a saying,
planning-
common sense is not
when
not
that
common,
when that
actually.
planning came in, like
I
when they're
feel-
supposed to do like a whole planning thing, you should have said, okay, you can buy a camp bed for the mother to stay.
You see, bed is
parlour,
not the
all those
problem now.
things.
You guys, they could have bought
I'm
They
the
cannot.
bed and
It's a
still
room
put it
and parlor.
in
They
the
can't even
room
stay. Like,
that she wants
why?
to stay there.
No,
Like-
I do not agree with that. If before she got into the house, they had got the bed, she has no choice. This is what the husband and wife agreed on.
Yes,
That's
she
what
would
you
stay in the
think. That's what
parlor.
you think. So there's this thing where, you know, initially when you enter a place, you want to pacify everybody. You want everything to calm down. Then the longer you stay, you start exploring the extent to which you can manipulate
Guy,
or make the. Please, let's be
I do
realistic.
not
When
agree
in a
with that.
Nigerian home,
I
I'm
do
going
not
to give you an
agree with
example.
that.
You have visitors that come to your
Okay.
house. Obviously, initially as a first-time visitor, you're not going to be wandering around. You're not going to go into the kitchen. You're not going to be opening.
Don't
fridge.
forget, this
You're not
woman.
going
This
to-
woman can do it.
And this is her mother-in-law.
The
You know,
mother can do it.
I'm saying visitor now.
Okay.
Now, if a visitor keeps coming, maybe over a year, they become family friends. Then you see them, oh, we are going to the room, we are dressing up with my friend. They are opening the fridge. They are going to the kitchen. They are serving their own food. These are extremes that visitors take control of. Now, this is your own mother-in-law, the mother of the person you married. No, chill. The person you married. So even if she comes initially and you're like, Mama, you know me and my husband. One day, Mama will tell you my back is paining me. I cannot sleep on the floor. Please let me sleep on the
couch.
bed.
Yeah, go to the house.
No,
and go.
please let me sleep on your
Go
bed.
to her house.
Initially, the man will not want to look like a bad guy, so you'll be like, okay, Mama, just that is it. That's why I said boundaries.
another
If you
issue,
draw
for
boundaries,
a new marriage, you don't need interruptions from your parents.
is this
No, it's not a new marriage.
now?
Don't get it.
This is not a new marriage now. This is not a new marriage. This is just along the line. The wife has said, I want to have
Okay,
a
I want to
career.
go back to my career.
So that is what's causing the
And at that
problem
point,
is
the children
the
were
base,
too
the base
small
on which
to be on
they
their
married.
own.
Like you said, you know, the initial agreement upon marriage. Like me now, if I say a rich man, housewife, straight up, I'm never going to stress myself. And that's the basic of the talk. There's nothing like I want to go back to my career.
Well, that's what women, we are the receiving end. That's what women like. They just want to sit down and be taken care of. So as a man, we always work hard because we know that's what women want. But what want a woman? The thing is, it depends on the wealth of the man. Imagine you're married to Dangote. What inputs in this world you would put in?
As long as I know that the money is.
And they open
The
shop for
money
you,
is there.
supermarket for
The
you.
money is there.
No, she doesn't even want the shop.
No,
She
even
doesn't
if
want
they're
the
shop,
shop.
I'll have
She doesn't
my babes that will be like, have you checked the stock? Have you?
Oh.
That's
What she said is a popular. She just voiced what women have in mind. I feel that's what she just represented all women on a very large scale. That's what they think in their minds.
Very chatty.
But like,
And that's why-
if I get married to a guy that I can see he's working, he's paying for shit too. I'm not going to sit down and just balance like a sack of potatoes. I'm also going to.
Like I
want
said,
to work.
I feel like that's where the lady
Jigga,
like, she's like she wants to go back
the
to work and
initial
all those.
agreements.
Date your
We have to
guy.
go and date a guy. What women want.
I think I'm speaking for every guy out there.
You pay your dues. You don't want me, let me know.
This is my ideal lady. They're asking for an unfair deal because they don't want to be traditional women.
Key.
Date your
We have to go
guy.
and date a guy. My mother-in-law has been living with us for the past 2 years. Although I told her to come and stay with us and help with taking care of our children, since I've been an orphan since I was 12. The reason is because my wife said she wants to practice her profession, pharmacy, but the maid was ill-treating them, so I offered to give her mom 10K monthly stipend. She has been living with us. Since she has been living with us, I can't communicate properly with my wife. We have no privacy since she tells her everything we talk about. We live in a room and parlor. My wife and her mother sleep on our matrimonial bed while I sleep on the couch in the parlor. I have spoken with my wife to tell her mother to leave, but she said her mother can't go because she suffered to sponsor her in medical school. I decided to tell her mom that it's high time she leaves, since we don't have enough space in our house and the children are also grown up now. The mother started cursing me and my generation, and my wife backed her up. She said she was going nowhere. Since I married her daughter, I married her as well. And I said, I married your daughter, not you. Abi, do you want me to be sleeping with you and your daughter? She was hurt by that statement, and honestly, I have given her from now till Sunday to leave my house. And if she doesn't, I'll throw her out. My family is aware of this already. Please, am I doing the right thing? Personally, I don't think I'm going to want to sit down doing nothing and then the man is like doing all the work. For sake, room and parlor. That means they don't even have the options of 2 room. They don't even have a store that they can convert it to.
Even if they're even broke.
Exactly. They are broke, and the man is still paying this woman at the end of the month to take care of your own grandchildren.
I wouldn't say he's paying her to take care of. It's
It's
more like
giving
a
that-
compensation.
yeah,
out of the money you don't have.
That's your grandchild.
And you are eating.
They are literally your grandchildren. So why should I pay you to take care of your children? And I know that aside paying her, there's some other costs that will come up from everywhere. We know how grandmothers behave. So